Hi guys, so for today's reading we are going to be looking into what do you need to release? And there's 3 piles today. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you guys enjoy this reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow and it helps others to find these messages that may need them. And it's also a great way to give back energetically for the energetic healing session I'm giving you here today. Another great way to do that is through donating to the channel. You can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. You can also find my other channel, D's StoryTime, down there as well. And likes, comments, shares, and subscribes are on there are very appreciated too. Along with my esty shop down there where you can find my paintings. And anybody who's been leaving timestamps as well. I appreciate all the things that you guys do in return for me being here. And thank you guys so much for that. Let's get started with pile 1. I was getting really sick of that plain white table in the background, so I'm kind of glad that I had everything set up to paint today. I'm missing my artboard in the background, though. I really like my artboard in the background. I'll get it back there someday. Libra, charming. Aries, Aquarius, friendly. So, you guys might need to let go of a need for revenge for some of you, or maybe even holding grudges, letting go of conflicts from the past, fights, arguments from the past, letting go of other people's viewpoints or opinions of you as well, allowing yourself to free your mind, body, and soul from these situations or people that have made you feel trapped in some sort of way or stuck in some sort of way, because the only reason you're stuck, it's kind of a mental prison more than it is an actual prison here. And this could be an ex, could be a parent, in-law, could be, I'm feeling ex very strongly for a lot of the people who chose this pile. Could even be a parent, though. I'm torn between ex and parent. It could even be the same cycles from an ex that you went through with a parent as well. And it's time to now really examine whether or not you want to continue these patterns. U, N, D. You're really lovely underneath it all. So, I'm kind of feeling like somebody could have made you feel like as yourself, you were not amazing. But if you wiped away half of who you are, then you could be amazing. So you might be putting a lot of yourself into a box to please others. G, Gangnam Style's coming to mind. A, U, Gad, gun. S, guns. Sun, sud, stud. T, C, Z, F, fun, funds. And some of you could feel like you don't have enough, or you lack in some sort of way financially, to where maybe you feel like you can't do the things that you want to do, or like possibly nobody would actually want you because you have no money, because there's a lot of people in this world who will try to convince you that if somebody doesn't have any money, then they're just worthless and there's no reason to even pursue that. W, J, jag, wag, stuck. And I'll put it this way, I don't have much money myself, but guess what? I am still a worthy human being, and there's things in this world that are far more important than money. Agnostic. Somebody could be dealing with some religious pressure as well. I, O, Joyce, joystick. L, D, J, W, I, E, nice. E, niece. Jeans. Y, eyes, eyes wide open. It's time to open your eyes. C, cyclops. A, S, L, L, Q. Quest, queen, king. So there could be a partnership here as well, where there could be a really good partnership here, but you're going to have to release something in order to bring it about. Cast, and that could be, like I said, past arguments. That could be even some sort of family relationships where they might be getting in the middle of this. Sold, old, old ways, old dog, new tricks. It may be time to learn some new things and to let go of the old ways in some sort of way. Something may be causing you to not be winning in life and to be stuck and stagnant, stuck in place. Wind. The wind beneath my wings is coming to mind now. Sun. Like I said, this could definitely have something to do with parents. Sunny. Seen. Somebody may have seen something and it may have changed their views on something, or you may soon see something that's going to change your views on something. Wean. It's going to help you to be able to wean yourself away from these people. Wife. Wine. Cold. Gold. All that glitters is not gold. I Glitter and Am Gold is a poem that is on my StoryTime channel. The link's in the description box below. If you felt drawn to go listen to that, go check that out. Because I feel like you're somebody who glitters, but you are gold as well. Case file. There could be a case file that somebody uncovers that helps them to be able to see things in a different way. You might have actually uncovered a case file at some point that may have caused you to feel a certain way, and it's time to heal from that as well. Old case file, there may be something that's coming to the surface, that's surfacing that hasn't been known before. For some of you, it could be a case of underwear. It could be a case of something that you came across that changed your view on yourself and caused you to feel a different way about yourself and hide part of yourself because somebody could have blamed something on you that was not your fault in some sort of way. Claim. We have claims here too. So, hawk, firefly, star, 6 of wands, the moon, the 8 of swords. Yeah, definitely feeling very stuck. Death card, the 9 of pentacles, the 8 of swords again, and the 7 of wands. So you are feeling very stuck, but you're stuck at your own behest. You're stuck because you don't feel like you can stand strong on your own. You're stuck because you don't feel like you would have the ability to take care of things on your own. You may even be letting things slide that don't need to be being let. You don't need to be letting them go. You need to be standing up and saying something about certain things, but you may be feeling very tired, very worn out, maybe even feeling very alone or isolated in some sort of way. I feel like you are really needing to, there is definitely somebody here who is needing to move out of the place that they're in. Some of you could actually be living with your parents. There could definitely be some secrets or lies or hidden things, illusions that are going on here. You're a very successful person and you need to start having hope. You need to start having faith. You need to start seeing yourself and the beauty that you are. And you really need to let go of this stuck feeling because the only one keeping you stuck is yourself. This is reminding me of a dream that I had a couple years ago in which I woke up and my ex was tying me up and I stopped and asked him, what is there that I could have possibly done that it could make you feel like you needed to do this? And he stopped doing it immediately when I said that, and I got up and I ran out of the room. And a lot of the symbolism I took from that dream is the fact that I was feeling like he was the one keeping me stuck, but I was the one keeping me stuck. At the end of the day, I was the one keeping me stuck. And it's this mental prison that you're in. You feel trapped. You feel like you're stuck in this illusion. You feel like you're not getting the recognition you need. You don't have the success that you need. You aren't having this confident feeling about you that you should be having about you because you are a very strong person, a very solid person, a very abundant and fertile person. You have the ability to be able to stand up and fight back in the right ways, to set your boundaries in healthy ways, and to remove anything from your life that is not serving your highest good. As you do this, you are going to become an inspiration to a lot of people around you, because they're going to be seeing how much you are healing from your ability to pull away from things that don't serve you, and for your ability to stand up for what's right in your life. You need to stop getting so stuck and stagnant and feeling like there's nowhere to turn and nothing you can do. You need to stop feeling like you can't control anything and feeling like that's a bad thing. Nobody's ever going to be able to control everything. You are stuck in this energy of all the small little details and focused on those and trying to control the situations instead of looking at the big picture and realizing that things are unfolding the way that they're supposed to be unfolding. Times change, the old things end, and new things beginning. And if you stay stuck in those old ways, then you're going to be stuck there alone. And you really need to pull yourself out of this and start being able to go with the flow a bit more. Start being a little more adaptable, flexible, movable. And at the same time, start standing up and fighting for what you actually feel is very important to you. You are really going to shine and stand out as you do this. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonates with you, what you might be going through, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. So for you guys, let's see what it is that you need to release. We have Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, imaginative, Taurus, trustworthy. For some of you guys, it's this feeling of being targeted. You might be feeling a little bit paranoid. You may be feeling a little overly emotional as well. You may be feeling this need to constantly stand up and fight for yourself and defend yourself. And you could have came from a place where you never used to stand up and say what needed to be said. You might have been a little bit of a doormat for people, and now you might be in a place where you are constantly I don't want to say, well, yeah, overreacting a little bit, overreacting in situations, lashing out at others, because you don't want it to turn into a situation like that again. And so you are really in this self-protective, self-defensive mode a little bit, possibly because of people that you thought that you could trust in the past who took advantage of that trust that you gave them. You may be hiding your more vulnerable, sensitive, loving sides of yourself, and it may be time to reconcile yourself with that feminine aspect of yourself and bring those parts of you back out again, instead of feeling like they somehow make you weak or naive or controllable or something along those lines. Allow the love in your heart to be seen and felt and heard. There could even be, writing could be a very healthy coping mechanism for this pile as well. You could have been dealing with someone that was a very good friend to you, someone you thought was a very good friend to you. This could even be someone that was a very good friend to you, got close to you, and they were more of a frenemy. They took all the things that you gave them and spread it around about you in some sort of malicious way. T, G, tiger. P, U, pug, tug. Bug, lug. E, C, B, H, Z, Y, S, she, Shiba, Shiba Inu. Somebody could have a Shiba Inu. Very rare kind of dog. K, Sky, Skylar. L, Shyla. U, M, never actually heard that name before, but J, jump, jump around, jump around, jump up, and jump down. The sky is the limit. E, M, Emily. M, Emmeline. Y, Emmy. J, P, M, for some of you could have something to do with a bank as well. H, P, PhD. W, else. Some of you may need to look into going, maybe at one point you were looking into going back to school, and you may have gotten distracted from this as well. Bum, bump, rump, Rumpelstiltskin, puke, Suki, spook, spooky, speak, sheep, Baruka, clumsy, crumble, fly. If I was invisible, then I could just watch you in your room. Some of you are not feeling confident enough to go after what it is that you want to go after. You may be feeling like you're clumsy, or like you're not very skilled, or you're not very gifted, or you're just some bum, or something along those lines. You just are feeling very much like you are lacking in some sort of way, and like meek. You may be being very meek in a situation. You may not be showing who you truly are, your true emotions. You may not be Loomis. You may not be shining your light. You may not be stepping into your power. You may be hiding some of your power. Peers. You may be feeling like you're just not on the same level as the people around you for some reason. Lucky. You're very lucky. Plucky. Punky Brewster is coming to mind. You're very different from a lot of other people, and people may have made you feel like that was a bad thing in some sort of way, but it's time to really start seeing the good parts of yourself and the good parts of the world around you as well, to really rise up and allow your courage to replace that fear so that you can express yourself. You are somebody who really loves home and family as well, and there's a lot of people who really love who you are. You are a good host or hostess. You are somebody who really takes care of others, nurtures others. You have a lot of good skills and gifts that people love about you. You may be very nervous. You may be nitpicking things a little bit. You may be nitpicking yourself. I feel like the majority of what you're doing is nitpicking yourself. Finding all kinds of things about yourself or about others, and that can translate to others too. When we're nitpicking at ourselves, we generally do that to others as well. So you could just be nitpicking, finding all the little things to dislike, and all the little things to try to control, and all the little things to get stuck on, instead of realizing that you're amazing, and there's a lot of amazing people around you as well. Slow and steady is something that wins the race, and you may not have a whole lot right now, but your journey is going to bring you into a lot of stability and a lot of strength, a lot of physical stability, I feel like, as well, because a lot of you may be lacking funds in some sort of way, and you may be feeling like that makes you lack in some sort of way. But what you are working on is going to bring you more than you realize. And the reason it is because you are patient, you're dedicated. It's slow and steady, and it's something that's going to take a little while to build up and grow and turn into something. And that's not a bad thing, because easy come, easy go, right? Hard fought for and hard won is something that is really hard to take away. Seven of Swords. Three of Cups. The Emperor. The Seven of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Chariot, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Cups again. So I feel like you've had to defend yourself against a lot of people that you thought were your friends, a lot of people that were frenemies, a lot of people that were hiding their cards, lies, maybe even third-party situations and relationships where you were not the one chosen, and that could have made you feel some sort of way. I've been there myself, and like you were unworthy of choosing, but no, they were unworthy of choosing you. Rejection is protection for a reason. And also I feel like there could even be somebody coming in now. You're manifesting people that are more on your level, people that are more real, people that are more authentic, and it's because you are slowly unveiling yourself. You're slowly showing more of you to the world around you. You are really expressing yourself more authentically, freeing yourself from feeling like in some way you are not a good person or not worthy worthy or there's something wrong with you. You're freeing yourself from the lies that you tell yourself, the judgments you have over yourself. You're freeing others from the judgments you have over them and the lies that you have over them as well. Because I feel like some of you could have even imagined or came up with these stories inside of your mind for some of these people as well, because of your fears and your worries and the anxiety that was eating at you. You're really learning how to face your fears, how to stand in your power, how to take your power back. You're learning how to make decisions that a leader would make, where it takes not only you into consideration, but everybody around you into consideration. And it doesn't just take everybody around you into consideration, but it takes you into consideration as well. So you are really balancing things out. I feel like you made the decision for the greater good of everybody else for a long time, and then you might have started making the decision for the greater good for yourself for a little while. And now you're starting to come back to that middle ground of the greater good for everyone involved in a situation. You're really starting to free yourself, and there's a need to let go of the past lies, the past hurt, the past deception with your friends, because you were deceiving others as much as others were deceiving you by wearing a mask of something that you thought was better than who you thought that you were. And the low self-opinion you had of yourself was causing you to hide away half of yourself. And so now you're learning how to release that half of yourself, and you're going to start calling in people that are more like you, people that really are your soul tribe, people that you can really have a good time with, that you can really enjoy life with. It's like these ones up here are like gossiping, and they're all kind of close-knit and all that kind of stuff. But they really don't look like they're having a whole lot of fun together. They kind of all look like they have this look on their face that's just, ugh. And yeah, there's a lot of abundance and growth around them, but I really feel like it's kind of that fake abundance and fake growth. And down here, they really all look like they're having a great time. Like they're dancing, they're having fun, they're living their life. They're no longer ashamed or guilty or feeling like who they are is a bad thing. They're really just exposing their inner truth to the world around them. And I feel like you may have had to defend yourself a lot. You may have had to stand up for yourself a lot. You may have really felt like this was something that sucked, having to constantly fight to be heard or to be seen or to be yourself. And now you're starting to realize that you had to do that in order to bring in a lot of good things for yourself. You're really good at multitasking as well. I feel like you're really good at doing a lot of different things at once. You're really good at being a leader. And I feel like in the past you questioned that, you doubted that, you really felt this strong imposter syndrome, like you weren't where you belonged, like you weren't doing what you belonged doing. But I really feel like going forward, you're going to be letting that go. It's time to let that go. It's time to let that feeling of not being who you really are, like not being worthy of who you are, not being worthy to be this leader, not being worthy to be this defender, not being worthy to be your truth. And your truth, you are definitely worthy of being that. I feel like you are going to have some sort of messages coming your way, possibly even people asking you out on dates, and you're going to have to be telling some of them no, because when a fisherman catches a whole bunch of things he doesn't want, he throws them back, right? He doesn't just keep everything he isn't going to use so it can sit there and spoil and rot. You're going to have to be defending yourself and telling people, look, I'm not interested. And yeah, some people are going to get hurt. That's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to tell people the truth about how you're feeling, even if it does hurt them, because in the long run, it's much better for them and yourself. So being more authentic and letting go of anything that is not truthful to yourself is the biggest thing that you're needing to release and let go of. And that is what I have for this pile. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys thought about it, whether or not it resonates with you, what you might be going through. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So, what are you needing to release, Pile 3? Capricorn, ambitious. Leo. Virgo. Gemini, intelligent. Things that look good on the surface, but underneath are not. Two-faced people. People that are only looking at you in shallow ways because they're only looking at your beauty. being upset at people for that, for not seeing your intelligence as well, because I feel like you're very intelligent too. You're very ambitious. You have a lot of goals. You have a lot of drive, a lot of motivation, a lot of passion. But I feel like you've allowed some of the distractions that have come along to distract you from what you are working on and from shining to your fullest ability and capability. You're needing to let go of the need to fill the void within you with something from the outside, because you have everything that you need inside of yourself. You might have been trying to replace or you might have been trying to replace somebody you lost in the past, possibly a mother figure or a father figure in some sort of way. And you may have ran into a lot of people that were not the healthiest relationships, kind of toxic people, because of your want to fill this void, and also because of the fact that your parents might have been a little bit more toxic than you thought they were, because maybe they didn't treat you in quite as toxic of a manner as they did some people. WPY, wimpy. WQXR, RX. Letting go of a need to fix things in you, of feeling like you aren't amazing as you are. You might be dealing with some and I'm not telling anybody don't take medicine that's actually needed, but you might be dealing with some issues that you can actually heal yourself, that you might actually be taking medication for, that really isn't doing anything to heal the root of the problem. So it might be time to explore the root of the problems that you have going on so that you can heal them yourself. I mean, what happened if you woke up tomorrow and you didn't have that medicine? God forbid the entire world was all fucked up and we couldn't get to our medicine. CAD, which is why even though it's great that there's asthma medication out there and people can get a hold of inhalers and nebulizers, and they really do help, and all that kind of good stuff they do. At the same time, what would happen if you didn't have those things? Say you didn't have the money or the insurance to be able to get a hold of those things. Don't you think you would wish that you would have looked into those breathing exercises before then? Because there's a lot of breathing exercises, meditation exercises, things like that that you can do that can help with anxiety and panic attacks and asthma attacks, where you can actually bring yourself out of those things with the power of your mind, with controlling your breathing, with learning how to reduce your heart rate. With learning how to reduce your heart rate. And that's not a bullshit thing either, because how do you think people pass lie detector tests? They learn how to regulate their emotions and their heart rate. QOTV, and I've actually seen people come out of asthma attacks who did not have the medicine because they couldn't afford it, because I had sat there and helped them learn how to do those breathing exercises so that when they didn't have the medicine, they could come back out of them. VG, virtual reality. YB, some of you may be trying to escape into games or movies, or trying to live vicariously through other people or something like that. And that needs to be something that you let go of too. Start living your own life instead of wishing you had another life. Way, pay, day, Tay, Ray, Toro, Toga, Gray, Gouda, Crayfish. You might want to look up the symbolism of that one. Bay, I, P, Bid, Pit, Pig, Z, K, Kay, Bronze, E, Z, B, O, Q, R, N, Ned, Neck, Wreck, Pork, Porky Pig, Potbelly. Some of you could be having some issues with eating as well. Some of you could have some issues with burying what you have going on, whether it's through medication, whether it's through drugs. Medication is drugs, alcohol, pot, uh, food, people. You might be trying to substitute the healing you need within with external sources. Porn is here too. You could definitely be dealing with some sort of codependency, some sort of trying to bury things. Avery, Avenger. Somebody could have some anger things going on right now as well. You could be feeling a lot of anger, a lot of feelings of a want for revenge. Diet, grab, grade, grip. There's a lot of anger exercises that you can do too that will really help you. Painting, drawing, writing, expressing yourself in some sort of creative outlet really helps. Beating the crap out of a pillow really helps, as ridiculous as that sounds. Poke. You may even have a need or a desire to poke people that are angry people that try to mask that anger into unleashing it and exposing it. Maybe somebody exposed your anger. Explorer. And you may want revenge on them for exposing the anger that you were keeping inside. And you know what? It's time to let that go too. You are who you are. And nothing you do to anybody else is going to change who you are. What is going to change who you are is you working on those things, taking your power back, working on healing and cleansing, working on how you express your anger, because you're always going to have anger. It's all in what you do with it that matters the most. Anger is an important emotion, and it is there for a reason. And there would be a lot of things in this world that never had anything done about them if it wasn't for anger. People would still be running around grabbing women off the street and raping them in alleyways if it wasn't for anger. But it's all in what you do with that anger that matters the most. Poker face. Bluffing. Controlling. You might have a little bit of an issue with some controlling energy, with some codependency energy. You might be a little bit clingy or needy, or just feeling like you want to hold on to everything that comes your way. It's time to heal that energy, to realize that you don't need anything from the outside. And once you realize that you don't need anything from the outside, once you realize that you have everything you need within yourself, then it will just be a bonus to have those extra things on the outside. And then you can actually have healthy, beautiful relationships on the outside instead of ones that are mired in codependency and toxicity. And when you are in an abusive situation, some of you may have dealt with some sort of abusive situations yourself. You may have even been abusive towards other people, which is very likely, because when it's toxic for one person in a relationship, and we have toxic in here too, it's toxic for both parties. It is. When I left my ex-husband, that's part of what I told him is, you know what? We are toxic to each other. And making each other miserable is far less healthy for our children than two parents who split up. And I know we don't want to be splitting up, but that's what it is. We need to, because all we are doing is destroying them. And he's still destroying them, sadly. Party. Baker, baked, and it's because he's angry, because he blames me for everything, instead of realizing that he had a part in it too. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Moon, the Page of Swords. You may be watching somebody on a very regular basis, sneakily in the background, hidden away. I really feel like you're wanting to apologize. You're wanting to express your love. You're wanting to express your emotion, but you can't control the situation. And you are worried that if you express your love, that your heart is going to get broken. Your heart is already broken. You might as well express your love. And that could also be what is manifesting as anger too, because you know that if you express your love, you're going to be hurt by it. I feel like there is a lot of hidden heartbreak. You have a lot of heartbreak going on inside of yourself, and this heartbreak is something inside of you. This is not something that anybody else has done. This is feelings that you are feeling because they are your feelings. Nobody else can change that. Nobody else can do anything about that. The only person that can do something about it is you. You have hidden a lot of things, and you feel like if you release these things, if you let these things out, if you express these things, you're only going to be hurt by it. But you're going to be hurt even more by burying these things. This is a chance for you to grow emotionally. This is a chance for you to level up in maturity emotionally, for you to become more emotionally intelligent about yourself and the world around you. And it's time for you to face your fear and express what is in your heart and what you need to express. It's time to speak. It's time to really free yourself. Some of you may actually even be very ashamed about going to a therapist. And if that's the case, don't be ashamed about that, because you know what? Therapy can really help. And if my ex would have actually allowed my kids to go to therapy about a year and a half ago, maybe they wouldn't be consistently gaining a shit ton of weight, because they're handling problems the way that him and his family do, by eating it instead of expressing it. Everybody's supposed to be in their perfect little box and nobody's supposed to express anything. Well, here's the thing. You have to express your emotions, otherwise it will fucking kill you. It will literally kill you. And it is a slow, painful way to die, to bury these things inside of yourself. So stop lying about what you feel. Apologize for what you need to apologize for. Admit where you went wrong. Expose who you really are to the world. And don't feel like everybody's going to hate you for it, because guess what? There are a lot of people who are going to love you for it. There's a lot of people that are going to be waiting with that forgiveness and that love for you to express the truth, instead of lying and hiding and possibly even blaming it on everybody around you, instead of taking your own responsibility for it. This is your opportunity, and this opportunity is getting smaller and smaller, and that door is going to close on the opportunity for you to be real, for you to really delve into your emotions and express what they really are before something bad happens, because of the fact that you are burying them down in some sort of box inside of yourself. So that's what you need to release. You need to release this feeling that you're evil or awful for what you're feeling, this feeling that you can control everything and everyone, this feeling that you need to hold on to everything and everyone, this feeling of controlling the situation using the law. You might actually be doing things in the background, lying to people, manipulating and twisting things to control the situation to fit your needs. Or it could even be to that level. And if it isn't yet, it can grow into things like that, because of your need for revenge, because of your need to express this love that you have inside of yourself, to express your apologies, to seek forgiveness for the things that you have done and the people that you have hurt. I'm sure there's some people that are going to be mad at me for this reading, but I don't care. Anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. And sometimes people need to hear the blunt truth. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonated with you, what you might be going through. And I really wish you guys peace and healing. And I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.